2 reviews in one day? I think so. Hello everyone, I am back once more again today to review Vile, one of my favorite Mega Man X characters. Now, this is the D-Arts Vile figure, and I would just like to say some great news before I start this video. I finally found out how to fix my stupid focusing problem. Turns out all I have to do is just tap my screen and it'll focus. I'm stupid and I didn't know that. So I literally got to the end of, I just reviewed this. I found out at the very end I just need to tap on my screen, so I'm doing the review all over again because I love you all. Anyway, let's dive right into the figure like Dive Man for Mega Man 4. So here is Vile. This is based off his appearance in Maverick Hunter X and the first X game, which is my personal favorite X game, and this is my personal favorite appearance and look of Vile. He has 2 other looks, but obviously this is not those 2 forms. And I'm kind of glad they made this version, because this is my personal favorite look for Vile, because I think purple's a cool color. Purple is actually my favorite color. And yeah. Now, what you'll notice right off the bat is kind of, I guess Vile's one of his most famous things is his helmet. Which, if this will focus, there we go. So you can notice his helmet, which is kind of a T-ish, and it's very kind of Boba Fett-esque. Maybe that's why I love Vile so much, because when I used to be really into Star Wars several years ago, Boba Fett was one of my favorite characters, and people kind of poke fun at Vile for being so similar to Boba Fett. In fact, Vile's name in Japan, if you don't know, is Vava, so that's even more similar to Boba Fett. So, yeah. He has his shiny feet, all of the white on him, or most of it at least, is kind of this glossy color. He has this slick, shiny purple armor. He has his shoulder pads, which kind of fall off easily, though they will not break, but they do kind of pop off easily sometimes if you don't pose him kind of gently. And he has some extra hands too. He has, if you will stand, fine, I'll just put you back there. He has 2 pairs of closed fists. That was in the wrong way. He has 2 pairs of open hands, which you can see right there. And this hand, which is specially made to hold this little glass of bourbon that he comes with, or at least I'm pretty sure it is. Now this piece is extremely... I do not pose him with this, but I do definitely appreciate it. How it has all the little ice cubes in it. And yeah, it's just a pretty neat little accessory. And you can even kind of see it's kind of frosty almost, so that it's kind of like it's a cold drink. I don't know if that's intentional, probably is not, but it's certainly a kind of a cool little miss detail. So it kind of perfectly kind of just slots right in. This is the only use for this hand besides being an open hand, but we already have one of those. Back to Vile. One of his kind of sillier accessories is you can pop out, and he has his shoulder cannon, by the way, which is articulated, obviously, at 3 points. And you can, how you get it in is you have to pop these little things out, and there is 2 on each side. So if you want, you can put in a second shoulder cannon, or front runner, as I'm pretty sure it might also be called. But by the way, anytime you see my hand kind of reach out of frame, it's when I'm tapping on my screen to make it focus, just in case you might be wondering. Because I use my phone for this, because I'm poopy, I'm fupu. But yeah, that's kind of cool, but I'm pretty sure he never does this, but it's certainly something you can do. Oh, and also you can attach the ammo belt into that also. So I don't pose him with it, but it's definitely a nice little accessory. I personally would have rather had a few extra blast effects. But if you want to use that shoulder cannon, you certainly can. I mean, he never really changes which shoulder his shoulder cannon is on, since, I mean, he doesn't have a buster. I mean, he can launch his fist off. He has, okay, Vile has finger guns. He has a giant shoulder cannon. He has knee guns. He has missiles. He does not have a buster, though. Pretty sure he doesn't. Unless he does in one of his weapons in Maverick Hunter X, but I'm pretty sure he does not. Maverick Hunter X is a good game, by the way. But, I digress. Another one of its accessories is, you may have noticed this, which, yes, it is indeed an extra upper leg. What you're supposed to do is remove the entire leg completely, possibly breaking the figure. What I recommend doing instead is this. You don't need it anymore. Just put it to the side, you won't ever need it. Pop his lower leg off, be careful. Don't want to break it by accident. But it comes off relatively easily. And then you take this, pop off the little top golden part. You take this, you pop it in, and you just slot it in. And now Vile has his little knee gun, which is certainly neat. He does have one. But some people think it's kind of goofy. I think it's really neat. It's kind of a nice little attention to detail. Oh, there's one on his feet. They look pretty cool too. But yeah. But oh yeah, the space does not come with it, by the way. But I have an extra one that I don't really use for one of the figures that I got that I don't pose him with his base. Ooh, can you tell what base this figure's from? Ooh. But what the figure comes with one singular blast effect. It's not really a blast, it's more of kind of a, if you will. And you can just pop that out. Get this one, pop that in. Make sure it's aligned right, because it's not a standard circle. There's also like a little line in it. Pop that in, and then put the blast effect. So that certainly looks pretty neat. You can pose him like this. I personally would recommend posing him in the air and using it, because that's when he uses it most of the time in his boss fight. Actually, that's the only time he uses it in his boss fight. I'm pretty sure, at least. Well, in the original X, yeah. But plus, I mean, who plays Maverick Hunter X? And most of the time when you use his knee gun, you most of the time are using it in the air, because it's a bit more useful in the air. You really only use it on the ground if you want to get like an arc kind of, but I'm not going to get into that right now. And in case you're wondering, let me just take this apart real quick and put all this little standard stuff back on. It's a pretty quick process. There, it's back to normal. Baba bing, baba boom. You will not need this anymore. Remember that base does not come with it does not come with the figure. And you can also pop it out. You can also pop this out and place it with an open one, without the little gem inside. And you can put this in there as well, if you want. Of course, it will not go in right now since it has the little gem inside, which, by the way, you can see it. I don't know if you can or not. Focus. Yeah, I don't think you can, but it's a red gem inside. And yeah, I think that just about is it. So, let's gather those little accessories around. So overall, please focus. Thank you. So overall, Vile is without doubt one of my favorite figures, and he is my second favorite X character, only being beaten by Zero. Because who doesn't like Zero? Zero's awesome. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. My social medias are down below. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. It's just Mr. Noodle Knight. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. And, toodles.